Well, hello and welcome to another edition of Eat the Week. Today, this edition is about eating electricity or not eating electricity. It should be called Heat the Week, actually. So I'll just have to come up with a new one. So as you can see from the camera there, I've got 3 Tealights placed. I've got a temperature gauge there, which is showing 15. I'm not going to spin the camera around because I've literally just got out of the bath, and I've got a towel wrapped around my head, round my head. So what I am going to do is just light these candles. It's 15 Celsius in this room at the moment, and that's pretty nippy. I intentionally haven't had the heating on. I was sat downstairs doing my end of year paperwork. It was lovely. So 5.5 hours into that, and so I thought I'd record this video. So I want to show you what we can do with simple little tea lights. These were £2 in B&M for a big packet. So they're 8 hours. So 3, 6, 9, 12, for 18, I think. I'll have a look at the packet in a minute, but I daren't move because I've got my dressing gown on in it. So anyway, so 15 centigrade. I mean, I did test this the other night and I was interested, which is why I'm making this video. I am going to get 6 of these going, but then I want to test out the old clay pot there, you know, because I got this up to, I think it was about 17.6, which is a very comfortable temperature. So I've got a big plate here for the clay pot, because it won't fit on there, and I'm hoping for a success. So a top tip is, if you space your candles out rather than putting them close together, they burn slower because they're not heating up each other. So let's see what we can do. Look at that, it's already gone up 0.1. So I literally, in this room with these candles alone, had them burning for about 3 hours or so, and it got too warm with tiny little tea lights. I think it's important that you get the 8-hour ones rather than the 2-hour ones, because they're not going to generate enough heat, because they're just not going to last long enough. And a big thick pot like that is going to take some heating. I mean, it's like, you know, there's nothing. Oh, and you need to make sure you've got a hole in the bottom. Yeah. And I don't know whether you need a carbon monoxide detector. I've got one, just for candles. I mean, they didn't really have them in the. I don't remember anyone being gassed by a candle, but who knows? I've got one anyway for safety. So because sorry, my finger was in camera there. Look at that, how professional. So yeah, normally I'm the other side of the camera. So this is not visually the most entertaining one, but it's not. It's all about fact. And so I haven't had my heating on. The observant of you will notice that the moisture, I think 80% moisture is up, because I've literally, the bathroom's just downstairs, and I've just got out of a hot steaming bath, and I'm a little bit pruned up. So we'll leave this for half an hour with just these going. I'll set a timer. I am going to set up another little plate across the other side of the room to replicate those temperatures, to see what you can get out of 6 little tea lights. And then we're going to check out the teapot, plant pot, which I've never tried before. So I want to see whether it works or not. So we'll see what's what. And you know, and this is all about like saving money, not having your mainly because I'm actually on gas bottles for heating my place, and they've let me down. The gas bottle delivery service have let me down. I'm not going to name them, but they let me down for a couple of weeks, and I literally thought, if I put the heating on, I'm not going to be able to have a bath. So I went with the alternative. I really wanted a bath, so I laid in that hot bath. It was lush. So anyway, let's see if we can heat this room up with tea lights and a plant pot. So there's the other three. They're about 8 foot away from the other ones, just to make it nice and equal. And sorry, the light's crap because I'm blocking my own light. So these candles were for 30 8-hour tea lights. They were £2. I mean, if you're going to heat a room up, like, you know, that's crazy. So I've been experimenting with them. This only works if you've got like a fairly compact room. I tried it in my open plan house. Yes, it did go up by a little bit. It kept the freezing temperatures off, but not by a massive amount. So if you've got a small cozy room, this is going to work perfectly, we hope. So there you go, £2, £2 English. I mean, that doesn't buy you a lot of heating if you've got electric heaters or gas these days. So let's see if I can warm up with a very small amount of money. So there we go, the big reveal. It's been half an hour. I've been amusing myself by playing Marvel Snap, that was recommended to me by somebody. The only reason I didn't download it before because I thought the name Marvel Snap was a bit crap, but it's actually a really good game if you're a Marvel fan and you like pretty colours and superheroes and stuff. It's all kind of classic age Marvel, which I really like. So I've set up a big platelet. So what I'm going to do when the experiment is reaching fruition, I'm going to blow these ones out in the spirit of fairness. So the big reveal is that in half an hour it's gone up to from 15 to 15.7. Now that's quite a substantial difference, and I can feel the heat in the room already. So I was going to leave it another half an hour, but do you know what, I'm not. I'm going to just stick with it. I'll blow those ones out. So one sec. Oh, look at that. That was professional, wasn't it? There's a lean around. So I'll move that plate. Move these ones carefully over. But, you know, in half an hour, you can see in half an hour they haven't burnt much candle wax at all, really. So I'll move them over. Put the plate out. But what I'm kind of expecting is the fact that, I don't know, this I've never done this before, but I'm expecting that it might go down because the clay pot's really cold. So I don't know whether these are going to heat up the clay pot or whether it's going to take a long time. As I said, I've kind of heard about this and people have poo-pooed the idea, said no, it doesn't work, or yes it does. I don't know, but I've never seen a video on it. So right, I'm gonna pop the camera down because I don't have a stand. I'm holding it, and considering we're working with naked flame, so I'm going to use both hands and put the pot on the top. 1 second. There you have it. So let's looks a bit like something from Bill and Ben. So have a look through and see whether they're still alight. Yes, they are. Look, whee. So it was. Oh look, it's gone up again at 15.8, just with little tea lights. So we'll set. I'll play a few more games of Marvel Snap, and we'll be right back and see what happens. 15.8. I'm expecting that to go down because that. I've just picked up that plant pot and it's pretty cold. It's been outside, so it's you know, but this, you know, this is science is fun, isn't it? I feel like a little kid doing a scientific experiment with little candles in a plant pot. I wonder what I'm going to be doing next. Oh God, anything to save money in these days. Our country is failing us, so we're having to muck about with plant pots and candles. Whatever next. And you know what? I'm also saving money by playing mobile phone games instead of turning my telly on and playing my Xbox. So sad times, but good times, because when you can get a game as good as Marvel Snap and stuff like that, then you know, I'm not really missing my Xbox too much. And Xbox games are about 50 quid anyway. So anyway, I'm not sponsored by this plant pot. Not sponsored by the candles or wicks or anything like that. Not sponsored by Marvel. Wish I was. Anyway, be back in half hour. Oh, sorry. Look at that. 15.9. Literally, as I turn the camera off, it's gone up. It's got nothing to do with the plant pot. It's just the fact that you know, the room is warming up just with little tea light candles. I'm loving this. It's great, but remember, be safe. Look, I've got it on a safe place. There's nothing around it. You know, yeah, there's a curtain there, but you know, it's nothing's going to catch on fire or anything like that. And just have a carbon monoxide detector to be safe. I mean, correct me if you want in the comments whether I need one or I don't need one, but I just think that it's better to be safe than sorry. So anyway, right, onwards and upwards. All right, I'm going back to my game. Right, I've left it about 45 minutes because that pot is like it was outside and it was freezing cold, so it's lukewarm, the pot, so obviously I can still touch it. Looking down inside, the candles are still going. You know, there's a fair amount of heat there, but I can feel the heat coming out at the top, which is quite good. So, and here's the reveal, 45 minutes. I don't think that 45 minutes is enough time to, like, you know, heat a big thick clay pot with 3 little candles. So, but the reveal is that in that 45 minutes, the room has gone, oh, look at that. Isn't that just lovely? Couldn't have planned it, could you? So the room is going up in temperature still, 16.2. So I'm going to check back in another half an hour or 45 minutes. I'm kind of enjoying playing this Marvel Snap, and we'll see what it's like. I mean, I'm just sat here in a dressing gown now. Like, I'm not trying to conjure up any images. I'm just telling you that 16.2 is, you know, a fairly comfortable temperature. I'm not cold, I'm not shivering, and the only thing I've gone is those little candles there, like in that pot, and I've got 3 other little candles like that over the other side of the room. That's it. That is the only thing that's heating this room up. And look at that, it's gone up again. So I mean, this is my kind of science. So I know this might end up being a long video, but, like, you know, if it helps people out, if it helps people stay warm, you know, then, like, by all means, that's what I'm here for. It's like, let's all save a bit of money, stay warm and stay safe. You know, you can just see the light underneath the pot. It's on a nice plate. The plate's completely stone cold, so there's no heat there at all coming through. So it's not like it's not dangerous or anything like that. So, you know, as long as you keep it sensible. So if this works, I might be begging neighbours for another clay pot, but we'll see. So look at that, 16.3 from 15 Celsius. So that's quite a difference. And the humidity's gone up just because I've washed my hair. And if you've seen my videos, you know I've got a lot of hair. So, right, be back in a bit. Right, here we go. It's been another 45 minutes. Candles are still burning. The flames aren't as high as the other ones. They're only minorly smaller, but obviously there's a lack of oxygen in there. So maybe I should experiment by maybe propping up the actual pot so that more oxygen can get through. But anyway, they're burning slower. So, but the truth of the matter is this. So in 45 minutes, it's gone up another, what, 0.5, so 16.7. I mean, I can't really go wrong with that. My hair's drying, look, because the moisture in the room's gone down from 89 or whatever it was, 87 to 83. And you know, that's pretty toasty. So it is going up every time, you know. So it started at 15, now we're on 16.7. You know, taking a couple of hours, but, you know, if you're sat in a room, you know, working or just chilling or watching TV or whatever, you know, that's a comfortable heat. So let's see what we can get up to. I'm just going to leave it running now, and I'll update you later. But, you know, the pot's actually warm to the touch now, so not burnt. Oh, actually, no, this is a success, because I can there is one up. I can hardly touch the top now. That's really hot. Oh, interesting. So I wonder if this experiment, because it's cold here obviously, but yeah, as soon as you get to there, it's like, that's pretty damn hot. So yeah, so it is working. So, but it's not as slow, it's not as quick, sorry, as I thought it was going to be. But I'm happy with that. 16.7. We'll check back later and see what's what. And I think once that garden pot has been in the room for a bit as well, and it's not like ice cold where it's been kept outside, it'll warm up quicker. So look at that, 16.8. My point exactly. This is so simple, and it does work. And that's only with 3 candles in that big pot. I mean, like, you know, compared to what I had before. So that's a side plate, and that's a dinner plate over there with a huge pot on it. So I'm happy with this. So it's yeah, it's taking the humidity out of the room, and that's not a bad thing. And it's just heating up. So I'll check in a bit. I'm going to get back to me gaming and just chilling and see what's what. But 16.8, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, I like it. I don't like it too hot in a room anyway. You know, it's my Viking blood. So, but that's, you know, anywhere between 16.8 and 17.5 is more than warm enough for me. If you get over like 18, you know, but I mean, this is look at that, it's just gone up again. So, you know, the thermostat's not telling any lies. And the thing is, that's not warm. So that's not warm there. It's just the hot air kicking out the top of it. So, you know, that's almost a 17. So this is nuts. So I'll have to do some quick maths and work out what £2 divided by 30 is. I haven't got a clue. So yeah, maths was never my strong point. But anyway, I'll check back with you in an hour just for the final results. But I'm really happy with this. So heating a room with a couple of candles. Job's a good one. Right, back on flower pot mode. Lukewarm, lukewarm, lukewarm. Yeah, really nice and hot. Sorry about the camera work. Or you could keep your cups of tea warm up there. That's lovely. So they're all still going. Buff, buff, buff. And the reveal is, after 3.5 hours, bosh, 15 to 17.6. Now, I worked out the calculations for 6 candles, not 4 candles, for 6 candles, because I've got another little plate burning about like 8 feet away, as well as this little pot. It was just under 40 pence, and they do burn for 8 hours. Look at that, 17.7. I love it when a plan comes together. So I love it when something goes up, the heat go, because it's just proving on cam that flower pot thing, you know, the heat is coming out of it, like, you know, like a kind of a, you know, like a little, I don't know, it's warmer than a radiator heat. So, you know, I'm happy with it. I think it's pretty cool. So 17.7. And if it went any hotter than that, well, yeah, I would be happy. I mean, the room is about 16 by 12, so it's not a massive room, but you know, it just goes to show that if you skint, and you can warm up a room for 40 pence for 8 hours, and I don't think that's too bad, is it? So a 17.7 from 15, sorry, even 5 would have been Baltic. So yeah, that was I was happy with that. That's a nice little experiment on a chilly day. I'm completely toasty. The room's lovely and warm, and 17.8, and it's continuing to get warm. So I might check back in if you know, whatever. I mean, this has been, oh look, the humidity is going down as well, so the actual flames are drying the room out, which is good for like keeping mold away and stuff like that. So yeah, I think this has been really good. So I know what I'm doing in future. I'm going to Wicks and buying £2 candles, like, you know, but make sure you get the 8-hour burning ones. Sorry if visually this one hasn't been that impressive, a flower pot and me waffling away looking at a thermostat and humidity, but you know, it's just shows this has been a successful scientific experiment. I'm just here trying to save you money, and I wish you all well, because we've got to fight the power with candles. It's just every little bit helps, doesn't it? So right, okay. Man, my hair's dried quite quick as well. So yeah, it's a nice heat. So I'm enjoying this. So I'll if it goes up to a stupid heat, I'll come back and just do a quick look at that. But it's 17.8. That is the hottest I've had it in this little room. And so I think I got, with just the candles alone, the other night I got it up to about 17.4 or something like that. So yeah, the flower pot's definitely made a difference, even if it's just, you know, a little one. But I think it'll get better as it goes along, you know, when it stops being so cold from being outside for ages, and the plate hasn't warmed up at all, so it feels quite safe. And it's like the sides of it are actually nice and warm to touch. So, and you could definitely keep a cup of tea or coffee warm up there, because that's perfect. There you go. Final look. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Isn't it? 3 candles. So there you go. I'll be going out and buying 4 candles next time I go to Wickes. Well, actually, I bought 4 packets, so they should last me a while. So that's 80. That's under 80 pence to heat a room for 16 hours. So there you go. Drop your comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Thanks for watching. I'll click the like and the sub button as well. Why not? It is a new year. See you later. Soon as I turn the camera off, it went up 17.9. Are we going to reach 18? Maybe see you in 5 minutes. Well, that video was a astounding success. So let's have a look at the final scores on the doors, George. So, practically balmy, almost tropical. 18.1. That's not bad, is it? For 6 candles. I wish I'd only lit 4 candles now, so I could have done more to Ronnie's jokes. But there you go. So, conclusive proof that you can heat a small room with nothing but 40 pence worth of candles for 8 hours. How awesome. Oh, and a flower pot. That's the setting that I normally have my heating on, my thermostat. So that's as hot as my house gets. So I'm quite happy with that. So there you go. Right, okay, ta-da. I'm off to bed now.